SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse. The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then. You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike. Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of. If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch. Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was. All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end, the time's define the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand. I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint, Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation, and the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva, and me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les Enfants Terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's art.
Please select a mission.
If we're going to expand Mother Base, we need more manpower. Not just for combat roles either. R&D, the support unit, intel, each demands a different set of skills. If we want to achieve what we've set out to do, Diamond Dogs has got to get stronger. There's a Soviet engineer I want to have join us. He was the one who built your prosthesis. With him on our side, who knows what sort of enhancements he'll come up with for it. He tried to defect but didn't make it, and now he's being held prisoner at Waksin Barracks. Find this engineer and get him out. Having him on our R&D team will go a long way to helping Diamond Dogs grow.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
Boss, a Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Wak Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Wak Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
Golden Crescent. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
Analysis complete.
Wak Sin is a major outpost that links this region together. Check the location on your iDroid.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. Find the target in the Wak Sin barracks and get... That's the Wak Sin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Analysis complete.
Steel barricades on the hillside? Talk about an iron curtain.
At another base. You have arrived at your destination.
Lie down. Speak.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Hands up. Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Hands up.
Я не
Talk.
хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
On the ground. On the ground. Spit it out.
The
Where
map
are your
has
friends?
been updated.
Looks like the guardhouse. Keeping watches and shifts means half the force is always off duty. It's deserted. Their men are stretched thinner than I thought.
Analysis complete.
Hey!
Analysis complete.
Нет, не делай этого!
Talk.
The
Where
map
are the
has
others?
been updated. Supplies.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Supply drop complete. Extraction.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Это КП, понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
The enemy's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert.
I will speak.
The map has been updated.
Как ты? Ты в порядке? Что это? Давай! Черт!
Move. On the ground. Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been
Spit it out.
updated.
Не стреляй!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
The map analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Hands up, talk. Where are the others?
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Нет, не делай этого!
Spit it out.
Supplies requested.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Outpost captured. You have arrived.
You gotta
Supply
extract him.
complete.
Don't
Я не
speak.
хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Don't spit it out.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID it. That's the target.
Ну почему? Протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы. Это скучно. Я специалист по бионике. Я создаю биомеханические гибриды. Можно сказать, что это не протез, а бионическая рука. За свою жизнь я создал тысячи таких конечностей. Они использовались спросом даже в Кремле. Вот благодарность. Сделай гигантские руки для новой боевой платформы, они мне сказали. Я ведь инженер-бионик. А они посадили меня сделать заводные игрушки. Я этого не вынес. И поэтому сбежал. Но они меня поймали. Теперь, может, меня ждет лагерь. Ты меня спас. И я готов тебе служить. Могу улучшить твою бионическую руку. Просто дай мне продолжить свою работу.
Now that's some lateral thinking. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss.
Placed.
Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
That material. Could be just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment.
Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's artery's just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. As if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him.
Roger.
For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit. XOM. They learned where you were.
That prisoner doesn't look like the target.
This is Pequod. Now arrive at LZ. We'll stand by.
Leave the hot zone and find someplace safe. Okay, subject is in. I need you to get back to the mission. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Area of operations.
Departing.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there. The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order. Good. You captured it alive.
Mission list updated.
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant. Only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet...
Please select heading to Mother Base.
Miller doesn't plan to return to the field. Says he's going to stay here and focus on running things as XO. No surprise with his body in that state. But apparently he has no intention of wearing a prosthetic arm or leg, so he doesn't forget the pain, he says.
Boss, thank you for making me a diamond. I look forward to serving under you. Thanks for that, boss. Thanks for that, boss. Thanks for that, boss.
Roger. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Boss, how about building something?
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. If you neutralize an enemy without killing him, you can then Fulton extract him. Once we've extracted a soldier, we should be able to convince him to join us. Gaining altitude. My roles here include training our soldiers and supporting you during missions. Since I am still technically working for the GRU as well, I can't accompany you in the field. Don't take it personally. All mission-relevant data is aggregated in the ACC. That's where you can accept missions and change your equipment. When you're in the area of operations... The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the Kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on. This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society.
Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new Honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the Honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Please select a mission.
Part of the Mujahideen's arsenal against the Soviets is secretly supplied by the CIA. But the war continues to drag on with neither side gaining the advantage. Now though, the CIA have started supplying the guerrillas with a new weapon. We don't know the details, but rumor has it that it could turn the tide of the war. The Soviets have heard about it, and it has them spooked. Now the Hamid Mujahideen were issued this weapon, but then they were wiped out in no time. There's no trace of fighting at their fort, and all their supplies are just sitting there. Naturally, that screams biochemical weapons. But the Soviets deny using anything that would violate the BWC. Whatever happened, the Soviets have invaded the area and are searching for this Western weapon tech. This is the CIA's worst nightmare. If that weapon falls into Soviet hands, it'll drastically rewrite the history that's being made here. But the company can't be seen entering the area. That's where we come in. Boss, head to the fort of Dasmasi Laman. Find the weapon before the Soviets, and bring it back to base fast. The new weapon is codenamed Honeybee. To the U.S., it's a vital military secret.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen, but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Dasmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do, and bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss. somewhere in Smasei Fort. There's a photo of the honeybee on your iDroid.
Map has been updated.
That's the honeybee's storage case. We don't know the specifics, but a homing weapon in a case that size is probably a portable missile. Recently, the Soviets have lost multiple gunships in the area. Honeybee has got to be somewhere in that fort, but the search area is too wide. We need something to point us in the right direction. Fighters survived. You might know where he's been stashed, but he's probably already in Soviet hands. Head for Smasei Fort. Once you're there, look for the target.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That searchlight's manually operated.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please specify a project.
On the ground. Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Hands up. Speak. Get down.
The
Where are
map
your
has
friends?
been updated.
Hands up. Spit it out.
Guard post captured.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. honeybee should be hidden somewhere in the fort. Find it and bring it back.
arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at the Mother Base.
A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the honeybee? An AA gun.
Analysis complete.
There might be clues to the target's location at that outpost. Take a look around.
Analysis complete. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Нет, не делай этого!
On the ground. Talk.
The map has been updated.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Where are your friends?
You gotta extract him.
Arrived at your destination. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Стреляй!
Lie down.
Hands up.
Подожди!
On the ground.
Не стреляй!
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Hands up.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Where are the others?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Я не хочу умирать!
Spit it out. Where are your friends? Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Where are the others? Hands up. Spit it out.
Не стреляй!
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Supplies requested.
Where are your friends? Speak.
Supply drop complete.
Hands up.
Я
Spit
не
it out.
хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Land expansion complete. Marker placed.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Your destination.
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasey Fort. There's a photo of the honeybee on your iDroid.
Outpost captured. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed.
Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. You might know where the honeybee's been stashed, but he's probably already in Soviet hands.
You have arrived at your destination.
The honeybee should be hidden somewhere in the fort. Find it and bring it back.
Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Extraction arrived at the mother base. Development project has been added. Please specify a project.
Time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings. is the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasei Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid. That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentazimine.
Marker placed. Marker placed.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Нет, не делай этого!
Talk. Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Spit it out. Lie down. Where are the others?
Нет, не делай этого!
Spit it out. Where are the others?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
Coming too. Roger that. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. He might know where the honeybee's been stashed, but he's probably already in Soviet hands.
Analysis complete.
Talk. Where are the others?
The map has been updated. Marker placed.
You gotta extract him.
Boss, come in. Boss?
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid. So your suppressor... You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
Talk. Get down. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Hands up. Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been supplies requested.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
There might be clues to the target's location at that outpost. Take a look around.
Нет, не делай этого!
Spit it out. Where are the others? Where are the
The
others?
map has been updated.
You gotta extract him. That's Smasse Fort to Smasse Lamont. Now to find the honeybee.
Analysis complete. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
Anti-air radar. Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
It's a metal drum. They must use their color to tell them apart. That one being filled with gasoline.
Analysis.
There's that prisoner, the Hamid survivor.
Analysis.
I'm guessing the Soviets are making him take them to the honeybee.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Давай! Черт возьми! Я не хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Don't talk.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. Sun will rise.
It'll be dawn soon. Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detailing Soviet outpost changes in the morning too. Watch yourself.
He's coming too. Roger that. The Soviets must be making the prisoner take them to the Honeybee. If you follow them, they could lead you right to it.
You have arrived at your destination.
Extract him.
Supplies requested.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Supply drop complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Копыта, медведи! У нас проблемы! Усиливаем охрану! Прием! ДКП, понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Development project is being added. Analysis complete.
Lie down. Where are the others?
Boss, you need to secure that prisoner. He has to know where the honeybee is.
Speak.
Outpost captured.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
Map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spit it out.
Подожди, не стреляй!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Well, you gotta help him. You could wait and see what the Soviets do with him. He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasey Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker removed. You have arrived at your destination.
Would make a good foothold. You can use crack climbing to make your way up. boss.
It's being
Looks like that
updated.
prisoner you extracted was the Hamid survivor. The guy's a mute, but he pointed out the whereabouts of the honeybee on a map. It's on your iDroid. Head on over there and retrieve it. Thought they'd hide it there. You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back.
Extraction.
Call the chopper from your iDroid.
Base.
You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
Has been added.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. Designate a landing zone near the outpost.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge. The skulls! What's he doing to that soldier? Damn it, they're everywhere.
The skulls are too fast. Unless he had a holding weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do.
Boss, you really are a living legend. They'll call the chopper to get out of there. Bring the honeybee back to base. Roger. You gotta extract him.
helicopter has arrived.
All right, get in. Time to go.
Exfiltrated Hudson.
Getting up.
Infiltrate by chopper. Bring the honeybee back to Mother Base.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets, too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
What do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly. Boss, I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation. Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of an enemy force beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, that brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit. Good. You captured it alive. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here. The dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
Halt! See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... Hey, no, stay! Stay! Did it. Go!
No, maybe not yet.
But soon. Soon.
Some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base. Roger.
This is Pequod! On station at LP!
Commencing platform construction. Staff assigned.
Gaining altitude!
Function added. Advantage project has been added. Please specify a project. Mission list.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map. The higher the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them.